This pinnacle of modern technology will help our boys fight the good fight at home and abroad. The enemy may be on the move, but with new advances like these, we can work beneath the waves. Witness its lightweight construction and attractive travel frame. With the DESCO Jack Browne Navy dive mask, you can't go wrong!
Hello, and welcome to From the Depths. My name is Reese Custis, curator here at the Door County Maritime Museum, and here we're pulling another interesting artifact to tell a hidden story that you might not otherwise see in our exhibits. This right here is actually a shallow water commercial dive mask, sometimes referred to as the Navy mask or the Jack Browne mask. Jack Browne being the individual who invented this mask in 1937, and who actually would also go to co-found DESCO, or the Diving Equipment and Supply Company, based out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This mask would see quite a lot of action actually in World War II, where it was used for various salvaging and other diving operations, and would continue to have a long life after the war. In fact, modern equivalents can actually still be purchased today. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a quick look at this and just show its hidden features that make it such a unique treasure in our collection. The 1937 Jack Browne mask is actually part of a larger kit. Right here is an excerpt from the United States Navy Diving Manual. And you can see, as part of the shallow dive kit, the mask is paired with a suit. Occasionally it would just be skin diving if the water temperatures were tolerable enough, as well as a breathing bag and a weight belt. Now, the breathing bag actually acted as a way to regulate the flow of air, and it's set around the neck, in much the same way as a traveling pillow, if you're on an airplane, would sit around it. That would connect into the mask and allow for a constant flow of air. Breaking down the mask itself, we start with the triangular faceplate. Now, the earliest of these masks will have glass, but most of them will actually have plastic, like this one. This plastic faceplate would then be seated within the actual brass mask itself. Brass is corrosion resistant and was necessary in order to seat a lot of the necessary hardware that would allow the diver to continue breathing. The mask itself, the brass, would be actually attached to a molded rubber frame here, and this allowed to give a nice tight seal to the face and some needed flexibility. This then contrasts the shallow water diving mask to the more recognizable deep diver diving helmets like that of the Mark V, which would just be a very large brass dome seated around the entire head. Nested on the side, allowing the diver easy access to the controls, is the air control valve. Right here we have a handle that regulates the flow coming in from the surface supplied air hose. And on the top here we have a simple brass toggle that actually helped regulate the flow of air coming in and out of the breathing bag. On the other side we have the exhaust valve. In this case, it's a simple brass plate with a rubber gasket in there that would allow the flow of air to leave the mask. Flipping it over, we can actually see how the placement of these valves was actually important. On this side, where we have the air intake valve, and see if I can't get a little closer here, you can actually see the entry point for the air. Right there. This is actually nested higher in the mask, which allows the air to blow across the top and help keep condensation from forming on the interior. A common problem in modern dive masks today. And then the exhaust is actually lower, so then it actually encourages air to flow in from the top and kind of go down and out through the bottom. Compared to modern dive masks, this is actually quite heavy. It might not look it, but of course that's because of its heavy brass construction. This needed to be able to support the length of hose that would be attached to the back of the mask, and so required heavy-duty straps right here, often referred to as spider straps. Now, the way that you would normally put this on, and we'll go ahead and see if I can even fit my face in this. Oh my God. Oh, that's fantastic. So, we have it on. So if you'd like to see more interesting artifacts like this from the depths of our collection, join us next time where we explore another unique item and another unique story. Thank you.